Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Ange with themenumade.com. Today I'm going to be sharing with you one of my family's recipes that we absolutely love. It's a ground turkey meatloaf with brown sugar glaze. So what I love most about this meatloaf is it's packed full of vegetables, from spinach to carrots, onions, peppers. It has lots of spices. It really is a flavorful meatloaf. And it's great for even those that don't like vegetables because it's chopped up super fine, so you really don't know that it's in there other than you can kind of see flecks of it, which really makes it beautiful when it comes out of the oven. We like to serve it with mashed potatoes or a baked potato, or if you're trying to do the low carb thing, it's great even just having that with a side salad. So let's get started. I'll kind of show you how I pull this together. So oftentimes people start with the meatloaf and they'll put that in the bowl and then pile all the ingredients on top. But what I like to do is actually put the ingredients in the bowl first, mix that all up, and then I'll add in the meatloaf and gently mix it together. So we've got some eggs, onion, carrots, and what's also great about this recipe is you can really use just about any vegetable that you like, as long as it doesn't have a high water content. You could even do some chopped up mushrooms, maybe saute them first a little bit to get some of that moisture out, but really just about anything. So we have some green pepper, and then I'm throwing in some chopped up spinach. Already it looks so colorful, I love it. Some flat leaf parsley, and then I've got ground mustard, some garlic powder, salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning. I'll pour that in. Some Worcestershire. I love using Worcestershire in so many recipes. It just has that perfect salty, savory, sweet action going on. And then I've got some ketchup. I just kind of eyeball this, but I do have all the measurements on my website. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up this portion of it first. It already smells so good. You can also use minced garlic if you want fresh garlic. I personally like garlic powder. I feel like the minced garlic for me is too overpowering and it really takes over the meatloaf. So garlic powder is just fine for our family. And then we're going to do 3/4 of a cup or so of quick oats. This really makes it hearty, gives it some grains. Doesn't that look pretty so far? Okay. And then we're gonna do about 1.5 pounds of ground turkey. And I happen to have a leftover 1/2 pound in the freezer, so I thawed that and pulled that out. And then with clean hands, I'm just gonna go in and get this all mixed up and incorporated. Doesn't that look beautiful already? My family loves the flavor of this meatloaf, and the brown sugar glaze, it's gonna knock your socks off. All right, so I'm gonna wash my hands and we're gonna put this in our loaf pan. All right, my loaf pan has been sprayed with nonstick cooking spray, and we're just gonna take our meatloaf mixture and pretty much just pile it in there. I'm going to pop this in the oven for 350 degrees and I'm going to cook it for 30 minutes. And while I cook this, we will make the glaze. Our glaze has 3 simple ingredients. We've got ketchup, Worcestershire, and some brown sugar, thus the brown sugar glaze. So I'm just going to take some ketchup here, and then we're going to do some Worcestershire. Couple tablespoons of brown sugar, and then we'll just give this a stir until it's all combined. And when our meatloaf is done, we will slather the top of the meatloaf with this delicious sauce, and we'll cook it for another 30 minutes until it's sticky and caramelized on top and the meatloaf is done. Okay, so I am ready to pop this back in the oven. I just slathered on all that delicious brown sugar glaze all over the top. Doesn't that look beautiful? And just pour it all on there. It's gonna look like a lot of sauce, but it kind of seeps down in the cracks and just creates the sticky, thick sauce that you probably will wanna make a little batch of this on the side to dip because it's just so good. So let's get this back in the oven for another 30 minutes. Okay, our meatloaf is out of the oven. It's been resting for 10 minutes. Look how beautiful and caramelized that looks. Oh, and it smells so lovely. I've got some potatoes going on the stove right now. It's just one of those comfort foods that I think you guys are really going to enjoy. You can find the full recipe at themenumade.com with all of the measurements. I hope you guys enjoy it and you have a lovely day.